Welcome to Spring Qigong, uh, where we will let the dragon carry us. This is our first session, and in this session, we are going to connect with our Bao Mai and connect with Dark Moon Qigong. So let's just get started by orienting yourself in the room. I invite you to just make yourself comfortable in your body. Feel your feet on the floor. Start to get a sense that you have enough room to move. Starting to take a nice deep breath and bringing your breath down into your body. And as I orient myself, I notice I always comb my fingers through the field. It's like I'm just coming in contact with this field of energy, and I know that I am preparing myself to go inward. And just before I go inward, I scan my environment. I feel this space between the ceiling and the floor, between the two walls, starting to activate my sense of touch as my fingers move through the air. I can feel the air on my skin. I can hear the sounds. I can taste the flavors in my mouth. I'm bringing my senses and perceptions here so that I can step into this shifting of ordinary reality into extraordinary. And we're about to begin our practice on a new moon. Just before the spring equinox, where spring is starting to stir, you are finding yourself in your spring garden, in the season of your second spring as you're transitioning into wisdom years. As you are in the spring, in your garden, facing the east, as we are preparing for this journey, you feel yourself rooted, feeling the soles of your feet open up like roots into the earth, feeling the top of your head gently lifted toward the sky, feeling your breath down in your belly as you're standing in the garden of your life, as you're standing as a symbolic tree of life, growing and changing in abundant and creative ways. And as we begin this practice, I am your gate guardian, the guardian of your second spring, the guardian of this lunar dragon practice. And I ask you, my love, what needs to be laid down here so that you can fully receive this experience? And when you're ready, bring your hands and feet together. And with a humble bow, empty your cup. Lay down whatever needs to be released, setting it aside for now. And as you feel like whatever you're laying down, as you feel it leave your body, knowing you do not have to carry it at all into this practice or into this journey, It is way too burdensome, way too cumbersome. It does not fit. Whatever story that is, whatever habit that is, set that. And when you're ready, feeling your feet on the earth, feeling yourself rooted, start to gently inhale. And as you do, you're filling up your body from the inside. You're inflating your body like a balloon. Your breath is animating your body as your spine unfurls, as you start to emerge, as you start to rise up, as you start to grow into this splendid, wondrous, beautiful creation that you are. And as you unfurl your spine, it's like a fern or a flower in the morning turning toward the light. Such beauty. And now with your left foot, just gently step across the threshold into our practice, into our sanctuary. And we'll begin with showering chi. This will help create your container. So just follow along. As you inhale, you're going to inhale. Your body is going to sink as your hands rise to the horizon line. As you exhale, your thumb leads and you turn your hands over and your body rises up a little. Your hands float down a little. Now, as you inhale, you're gathering all this energy that's above you. And your body's sinking down a little. And now, as you exhale, you're directing, gently guiding this energy through the center of your body, down all the way through your body, all the way down through your legs, back into the earth. We're inhaling. As we inhale, we're drawing up the yin, the earth, the water, and we're nourishing our roots. And as we exhale, we turn our palms over. We're connecting to the sky and to the light, and we're nourishing our canopy. And now, as we're inhaling, gathering all of this, as we exhale, we're integrating earth and sky into the trunk of our body as a tree of life. One more time in silence, let the form teach you. Beautiful. This practice is a little different than how other practices will be. So just enjoy it. Let your hands be in front of you, facing out. And now as you inhale, gather this energy and then draw it into you. And then as you exhale, press your hands down, your fingertips facing your body, your palms facing the earth. You just made a spiral. You're kind of pressing. There's a coil here. Relax. Turn your palms back out. Inhale, gather. Press down. One more time. Inhale. As you gather, you kind of sink with your knees. You gather this energy toward you. And then as you spiral your hands toward the earth, you rise up. And you're pressing down. There's a stretch here. As you inhale, Now exhale, lower your ear to one side and complete your exhale, bringing your chin to your chest. Inhaling, staying on that same side, rolling your ear across your shoulder, your chin back. Exhale, chin to chest, staying on that side. Let's do that a few breaths. Inhaling. We're opening and clearing the lines of tension between our head and neck and shoulders and arms and hands. We're in a new moon. It's a time to move slow, to rest, to restore, to nourish. One more time on this side. When you exhale and your chin comes to your chest, inhale up the other side. We're just going to take a gentle few moments here to open our body and prepare our body for the practice. Clearing the lines of tension, emptying our body. Any tight space, just breathe there. Let it relax. Let it clear. Let it empty. And as your chin floats down to your chest, let that end and complete. And then as you inhale, let your head rise up through the middle and relax your arms. Feeling all that energy in your body, in your arms. That energy that you're feeling right there, that's yang energy. It tingles, it moves, it rises. We're going to work a lot with yin and yang energy. Let's continue to open our body so we can get the most out of this practice. We're just going to bring the intention right now is to bring our attention inside ourselves, like our consciousness, our mind is inside, like what's happening inside our body is the most interesting thing. And we're just going to simply open our chest and shoulder. And your attention and awareness is pouring inside. So as you breathe in, your shoulders are up and back. As you breathe out, they're down and they're forward. And I'm like closing the front of my body. As I'm inhaling, I'm opening the front of my body. And now I'm opening the back of my body and closing the back of my body. Just bringing your attentive listening into your shoulders and your chest. And you're opening, and in a way you're emptying out any tension. You're creating space here. And as I'm doing it, you see there's a gentle, like my whole body's getting involved. My spine and my hips. Do a few more. Last one. We don't need to go forward because we're often forward hunched over. We don't need to practice this. We need to practice this. We're going to clear out and empty out our vessel. So keeping our mind inside our body, we're bringing our mind down to this place called Yao, and this is your weight. And so it looks from the outside, I'm moving my hips. I am moving my hips, but the contents of my attention is here. I'm on the inside of my body, and it's as if I'm wiping out or clearing out this vessel, as if I was a container. You can coordinate your breath by inhaling back, exhaling forward. As you just slowly clear and empty and create space. This is the area of your liver, of your gallbladder. And this right at the base of this area, this is your solar plexus, and there's a lot of tension here. So we're emptying it out. And now it looks like I'm doing exactly the same thing, but I'm just bringing the content of my awareness inside now, and I'm starting to clear out and wipe out the contents of my hips and my pelvis. You don't have to be doing your hands this way. I'm just kind of putting my hands here so you can see where my mind is. But if I were to hold my hands, and so you're exploring at your own range of motion, your own rate and rhythm. Your mind is inside your pelvis and hips, and it's just clearing out, emptying out, open. And now let your mind go even lower down to your pelvic bowl. Like if it was a bowl, now you're starting to go to the pelvic bowl. And that makes your spiral get a little smaller and a little smaller. And now start to turn that spiral just into a small hip circle. And you're clearing out the inside of your pelvic bowl and of all the spaces in your joints and your hips and your pelvis and in your sacrum. Inhaling as you go back, exhaling forward. And now you can start to slow this down. And at the base of that bowl, if you'd like, you can just give a little tug, like there's a plug, and you can just let go of all that stuff like you were just washing and clearing. Just let that energy down and out. It can, if it's going to run down meridians, let it run down the backs of your legs and down the sides of your legs. Those are the meridians that go downward toward the earth. Your liver meridian rises up, so we're going to go down. Now, since we're just clearing out, we're just going to shift our weight over to one side, and our mind is still on the inside, working with our hips. Just empty out your hips, like you're just emptying out that space. And you're letting your mind pour down into your knees, just emptying out that knee and emptying out that ankle as you breathe slowly. And let your mind go inside your ankle joint. And then you can shake it out. Set that foot down, shift your weight. That foot roots, and then your body lifts. And so but then your mind comes right back here, inside your hip. And just slowly, with love and with care and respect and attention and compassion, just breathe and open and empty out any sensations or any blockages in your hip. And moving down to your knees, being kind to your knees, to your joint. In spring, we work with our ligaments and our tendons. In winter, we just work with our joints and our bones. So some of the movements are the same, it's just that we're working in different levels. So now these are all the connective tissues that we're strengthening. And when we work with these connective tissues, we build resiliency and strength and flexibility. And bring your mind to your ankle, emptying that ankle and shaking it out, setting it down. We're pretty empty. Let's just do a little shake. Shake it, shake it, shake. The sound for liver sound is to clear away any anger or jealousy or greed or comparison, all that kind of overwhelm stuff. That sound is just like you're telling someone, just shake it out, to empty it out. Shaking your arms, your shoulders, your chest, and your hips, and your belly, your legs. And just start to let that settle until you come to stillness. Perfect. Now we're ready to do this form. Now, this form, there's some containment around this form. You should know you only do this section that we're about to, all the other stuff you do all day, every day, anytime. What we're about to do, you only do during the dark moon. You don't do it at other times. You only do it during the dark moon because it's working with your yin essence energy. Yin fluids of your body are your essence, your jing, what we worked a lot with in winter, and your blood. And yin in the new moon, especially at night, your energy tends to consolidate toward your central channel and then it wants to come down. And when it comes down, that's why we bleed. That's why a burst happen often in the. So this is only to be practiced 3 days. So we yesterday was technically the moon, and so today is that second is the day after, and then actually tomorrow you don't get to practice this part until next month. So that's why we had to do. That's why I had to shift the schedule to get us to this point right here in this window, because there's a reason. It has to be in this time. In your learning portal, I'll tell you more about the details, but it's best that you don't bring your thinking mind, your rational mind here. Bring your perception, bring your love, bring the aspect of you that connects to beauty and to wisdom and to grace. And now come with your feet rooted. Your hips are soft. The tongue is on the roof of your mouth. Your hands, you're holding something precious here. You're going to connect your hands. Throughout this practice, you'll get really good at connecting your hands to your energy. But for now, connect your fingers together, like put them together. And then when you pull them apart, create a web. Create as if there is a string or a web of energy that's connecting your finger. When as you inhale, your abdomen expands. As you exhale, your abdomen contracts. As you inhale, your hands gently pull apart. As you exhale, your hands gently go together. And you're creating this basket, this webbing This form has three parts. The first part and the third part look very similar. Their intention is very different. Let's see how they feel in your body. See how you're starting to feel this palms of light, this energy, this thread, this web. You're making like a basket or a filter. Now, imagine that this energy is now shifted to the inside of your body, and you're going to connect your uterus with your heart. That we have a vessel called the bowel line. When you're menstruating, your heart sends nourishment to your womb. When you come into perimenopause, but then when you come into menopause and you're no longer menstruating, the roles shift, and then your womb sends energy to your heart. They nourish each other. And so we're going to clear out that pathway. So I'm going to drop in. Now, as we shift this energy inside, we're going to inhale. And as we do, we simply start off very gentle, very slowly. I don't even make it all the way up to the heart the first time. I'm just softening my posture. I sink a little as my hands raise. At the very beginning, the intention is to sift and sort through the energy field. Do anything else other than to comb through. And with a little time, your body will open up and allow your hands to rise a little higher. But your focus and your attention is on these energy strands that is sifting and sorting through your uterus, your womb space, through the space where your ovaries are or work, and up to your heart. And we're not in a hurry to get to the heart, because we're simply sifting and sorting. As we inhale, our hands rise. As we exhale, our hands float down. As we inhale, our body sinks. As we exhale, our body rises. As we ever so gently and lovingly sift and sort from womb to the heart. Don't go beyond the heart. Combing through, we're not having an intention to do something, but this very action starts to harmonize. Working slowly and gently. We're about to transition after this next one. Now with your next inhale, you're going to inhale and open up. Open up, make yourself available. Connect with that dark moon. And then when you're ready to exhale, turn your fingers toward the top of your head, which is Bai Hui. Remember that plug? You had the plug at your perineum. Line up Bai Hui with that plug and line up your fingers with the top of your head. And then as you exhale, you're just gently allowing your hands to float down that central channel. And as your hands float down, what's happening is we're emptying our body, and then behind our hands, the energy of the dark moon pours in. So we inhale, and there's a gentle lift and rising and opening. And then as we exhale, there's a softening and sinking as our body sinks Our body empties, and then behind our hands fills up with energy of the dark moon, all the way down into your uterus, down into your womb space. So gently, letting that yin essence to come into your central channel. That's called your Chang Mai. And it comes into your heart and your womb, your Bao Mai. Bringing a beauty in that rich darkness. One more and we'll transition. Tongue is on the roof of your mouth, your belly is soft. Everything is very gentle, like water. Now we're transitioning. So come back to that net. Make that net with your hand. And we're going to build on it. The intention is different. The first passage, we sifted and sorted. Now we're cleansing and clearing. So your hands are now becoming like magnets or sticky, like Velcro or magnets, right? And when you inhale, same movement, your hands are gonna rise as your body sinks, as you comb through that vessel between your heart and womb. And now your hands are collecting to it, magnetizing to it, all the things that need to be released and let go of. And as you draw your hands down, really feel that you're pulling out what you don't need. And in this first passage, also make this first one, right before you pull it out, bring something as beautiful, like some of what you don't need, but also make this be an offering, because what you're going to do is you're going to pull it out, and then you're going to have your hands toward the earth. And now when you exhale, open up your hands and just release it. So you're making an offering to the mother, and you're also letting go. My first one, I always make it something beautiful, like an offering I would place on an altar. The next ones I'm getting rid of, like compost. So there's inhale, hands sticky, energy sticky, collecting. You're sifting and sorting, bringing order, and now you're magnetizing, and you are pulling out, you are releasing, you're gathering, collecting what you need, pulling it out of your body, and releasing it to the earth like compost, so it can be transformed. Passing through your Bao Mai, collecting, gathering, releasing. You do not have to know what it is you're releasing. It's compost. Okay. Now we're going to transition. We're going to string them all together. Those were preparatory, so you know how to do the form. This is the technical form. When I practice this every moon, I always do the prep work like we just did. I'm teaching you exactly the way I do it. But this is the technical form. It's right here. You're going to create your basket. Sift and sort. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale. Body rises, hands sink. Inhale. Open yourself, make yourself available. Receive the wisdom of the dark moon. Exhale, empty your body to create space for the moon energy to pour into your central channel all the way down to your womb. Spiral your hands open. Make your net. Inhale. Gather, collect. Exhale. Remove and release. I take a breath here to let it release. Inhale, sift and sort. Open. Receive. Inhale. Cleanse and clear. Gathering and removing. Composting. Let's do this in silence a few times. Let the form, let the moon, let your womb, let your heart speak. One more time, all the way through. Once you complete, bring your hands, your thumbs to your umbilicus, your palms resting on your lower abdomen, your pinkies are touching where your ovaries are. And like let your hands just not be rigid, but fill all the space. Let your belly be soft. Breathing down to your abdomen. You might gently rock and sway, bringing your mind inside. Just letting the work do what it needs to do. And now gently stealing your hands in closer and very gently kind of stir or seal this energy in. You can go both ways. And some of you that have been doing Qigong for a while, you might really see how when you're stirring with your hands, you're stirring and moving the energy inside. You're stirring it into a ball. And so now we'll close down. We'll inhale. This is called pulling down the heavens. You can do this at any time. Does not matter the moon phase. You are connecting with this experience, and what you're doing is you're integrating it and soothing it and smoothing it out into one complete integrated experience. And now you're also integrating like this energy through your whole body, all the way down your front, all the way to the earth. Inhaling as your hands come up, exhaling as your hands come down. And really, like I feel right now, I'm smoothing out the back of my body and the sides of my body, all the way down to the earth. And on this next one, bring your hands and feet together and let this energy, now it's coming down through the center of your body from all the way down. And as your hands float down, it's just like everything below your hands starts to go toward the earth or toward your center. And everything above your hands is clear. And it's like your spine rises up. And there. And we'll bow out. And we're about to go into a deep meditation practice, but we're going to bow out. Right hand makes a fist. This is yang. This is the light. This is growth. This is fire, right? And then this is yin. This is water. This is earth. Yin and yang come together. They make wood. Bring this to your heart. The alchemy of yin and yang, of fire and water, and what it creates in your heart. And then we bow. We bow to this circle, we bow to this journey, we bow to the moon, we bow to the dragons, we bow to each other. And we bow to our teacher's teachers, and the teacher within. And when you're ready, inhale. Bring that into your heart. Embody that. And then step back across the threshold. I'm going to ring the bell. And I invite you to find a place where you can sit comfortably for about 10 minutes. Okay? And when you sit comfortably in the chair, this is a meditation where you're going to sit on the edge of the chair with your spine straight. We're going to connect with anchor our breath into our lower dantian. And I am going to guide you through. I'm going to scoot back a little, not that you need to see me, but in case you want to. You have your hands either rested on your palms, on your knees, or with monk holds the pearl, or take your thumb, can you see my thumb, and wrap your hand around your thumb and just gently rest. Your spine is straight, you're on the edge of your chair. Your eyes, when you do this practice, will be closed. This is a short version of what I do every single morning. We'll first just take a moment to Breathe slowly and deeply. You're not really focused on anything. You're just simply preparing. Your breath is long and soft, slender, gentle, and easy. Your tongue is on the roof of the mouth. We're going to bring our awareness inside our body. So with our awareness and our attention, bring your awareness to where the air is coming into your nose at the very entrance. You're having slow, deep abdominal breaths, and your mind is at the entrance. As you're breathing, you might notice how your body starts to open and your attention goes a little bit deeper into your sinus, into your nasal passage. Feeling how your body is receiving the breath in your nasal passage. As you're breathing soft and slow. As your mind wanders, just come back. And see how your body starts to open up and allows more breath into the back of your sinuses, into your throat. Now you're not following the breath in and out. Your breath is anchored in your sinuses. And now your throat. And gradually, the contents of your mind opens your body and allows the breath to go deeper as it starts to go down your throat. Energy gets caught in the throat very easy, so be really gentle here. And the tops of your lungs are sensitive, so just gently bring your awareness into and listen to how your lungs expand, the tops of your lungs. As you're breathing soft and slow and deep, with an easy breath. Bringing your awareness down deeper into your lungs. Becoming aware of your diaphragm, listening here, softening here. This is a classic place that energy gets stuck. Just observe how the breath finds a way past this diaphragm. As the breath starts to descend down into your lower abdomen, letting the contents of your mind become lower and deeper into your body. Just allowing the breath to gradually find its way all the way to the bottom, to your pelvic floor. Feel how your pelvic floor expands when you inhale and contract with your exhale. And now we're going to locate the lower dantian here. Locating the dantian is like locating the center of a room. So you need reference point. One reference point is your pelvic floor. The other reference point is called the Sea of Qi. To find it, if you put your thumb in your abdomen and you go 3 fingers down. Now imagine this is the Sea of Qi. 3 fingers down is on the conception vessel. Just imagine that point. This takes a lot of practice. Don't expect. Just give yourself some grace. That point, imagine that point has a line and it runs all the way back through the other side of your spine. That's one reference point. The other reference point, when you come to your pelvic floor and do a Kegel and draw your pelvic floor up, that peak part, imagine where that pelvic floor, where that line draws up, draw that line up to intersect with the Sea of Qi. You have one line going from the front of your body to the back of your body, and one line from your pelvic floor intersecting. Somewhere in there. So drop your mind down into the crosshairs of those 2 points. Now, some of you have been working with your dantian for a while and you might be able to find it, and some it's elusive. My dantian changes every day. It's not a constant stagnant thing. It's an energy organ. It changes. So coming down, if you are one that can find it, just bring the contents of your mind down, like you're almost bringing your mind down like a finger, and you're touching that point with your mind. And then from there, kind of with your mind finger, just kind of search that area. Search that area and see if there's a twinge or a pull or a sensation or a substance or anything that catches your attention, and that's your done to. And let your mind rest there. And when your mind pulls away, it inevitably does come back to that. Do a Kegel, find the crosshairs, and drop your mind to that point. And from here, the invitation is to practice that. And from here, gradually allow your conscious awareness to come back up through your body, back up through your central channel, up through your heart, back up through the center of your brain, back behind your eyes. And then when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. And we're at the completion of our practice today.